is. He's looking at me, I'm looking at him. I'm gonna back out the camera so when he runs, there he goes. Is that a deer or a pronghorn? I don't know. He's not too afraid. Well, I guess he is afraid of me, but not that afraid. Alright, little guy, I'll stop harassing you now. My kid just graduated from high school, and the town that we live in, Lafayette, California, is known for its schools, so people move there, and in the little time that I was there, the housing prices went way up. So we sold our house so I can pay for my kid's college. He's going to Whitman College. It's a private school. I don't want him coming out with any debt. You know, this the government and the banks have conspired to rob our youth of their freedom, making them indentured servants, and that drives me insane. You know, I look back at the 2008 financial crisis and see who they bailed out and see who they sold out, and I look at how they treat our, you know, citizenry as a commodity to be exploited. It's disgusting. So anyway, we sold the house. The reason I mention that is because closing is today, actually. I already signed the paperwork, but the buyers are signing, and that is pretty easy to do. I mean, I could go buy a house right now. I could probably buy a house cash right now from what we made on our house. But I think the economy is going south soon, within the next year or so, maybe a little bit more. But I think housing prices are coming down. I mean, the people that bought our house, I have no idea what the hell they were thinking. The house was built in 1942. It's got a cracked foundation, which of course we disclosed. It's an old house. You know, we made some improvements, put the kitchen in, a couple of bathrooms, blah blah blah. But the amount of money those guys paid for it, you know, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So I'm moving all our stuff out here. I'm gonna go put up a little enclosure on Bow Republic. That is like a tent structure to protect it from the sun. You can see my trailer looks like the Beverly Hillbillies there. You know, grandma should be sitting in that chair up there. Got my Timo stove right here that I'm gonna put in my little faux teepee structure that I've built, and I've been preparing this for a while. I have a shed that I put on the back that's held up pretty good. On the back of that, it's filled with a bunch of crap. On my way to Bow Republic, I saw the pronghorn, which is still looking at me for some reason. He's a dummy. Where are you, fool? There he is. He's still looking at me. He's wondering what the hell I'm doing out here in the middle of the desert. Alrighty, last time I was up here was May 18th and May 19th. And today's the, I believe it's the 10th of June. And you can see the tarp has taken a beating here. So we must have had some winds here. Otherwise, not too bad shape here, right? You can see that the fire pit's still there. Oh, a little horny toad. See that lizard right there? The back of its head has horns on it. Anyway, so this board got blown over. Some of the stuff got blown around, but not too far. I mean, not too bad. This stayed up. Huh? That's because safety tied down. That's still standing. Some stuff got knocked over here, but the wood pile's still there. Anyway, it's about 10:30. Took me a little over an hour. Left it off the pavement at 9:04. Got here about 10:23. So whatever that is, I had to stop and fill in a stream bed that got deep. So I had to get out and get the pickaxe out and fill it up, and I still had trouble getting up it, but that took me a few minutes. It's probably about 78 degrees right now. Car and trailer handled well. So now I'm going to, I guess, you know, my problem right now is I don't know where the property line is. I don't believe that this up road is on my property, so I think my property goes like right here. I have a few hours to mess around here before I have to get out of here. And I think if I have enough time, I'm actually gonna try to traverse those mountains over there. And if I make it, I make it. If I don't, I don't. So my property line, I don't know where exactly what it is. I'm hoping that this is on it because I'm gonna build a structure, sunshade structure. Another little lizard right there, look at that. Those are all over the place. They're in the road all the time. They're sunbathing out here. So if they're lizards, I assume they're snakes, and the one snake that, there's one type of rattlesnake in this part of northern Nevada. So I should put my boots on, and I will do that in a minute. I haven't seen a rattlesnake out here yet. The first little structure I'm going to put up is my little wooden teepee tent. That stove is going to go in it, probably around that area. It's like 8x8, made of plywood, and so that'll be a little structure to sleep in. All right, this is an 8x11 tarp. You can see 7 sticks there, boards. Each one has been modified. So there's 2 in the front, 2 in the middle, and 2 in the back, and then there's 1 stabilizer in the back. Each of them have been coated. Okay, slowly but surely these things are coming along. I got 2 projects actually going at the same time. So I got this thing, which I'm still working on. Each of these boards has a number and a position. So the one faces forward, 2 faces back. This is the back wall. That's the mid wall. And that's the front wall. It also tells you whether it's going to be out. It tells you when it's going to be out. Why is that important? Because the walls bolt into the outside here. Same thing, very similar to how I'm putting up this structure right here. Each of these bars, each of these connectors has actually several numbers. It'll have 1ABC, 2ABC, or 3ABC. That tells you if it's the front, middle, or back. And then each of the holes has a number because I drilled them out, and since I don't have a drill press and they weren't perfect, I want to make sure that when I set it up, the hole would fit. So each hole has a number to a corresponding hole in one of these bars. Then there are the cross-section bars, which don't have holes. They're either 8 feet long or I think 121.5 inches long. And those will be connected by rail clamps. Each of the top of these, you'll see a bunch of eye bolts here. These are for the bracing cables that I made. I got 6 bracing cables. I can make a lot more, but that's what I got so far. So this shouldn't take too long. We'll see how it goes. Well, good people, it's probably about 5 o'clock, and I did not get what I wanted to do finished. This is a little Marlin I bought. This is the first rifle I ever purchased. I only purchased 2 rifles. One was this one, and the other one was is a sporterized Mauser. But I just put in these studs for the sling, and I'm building about doing it because this rifle is from the 1960s, 1962 to 1965, and you know, I'm not a gunsmith or anything. I didn't want to know if I was ruining something that was, you know, would be a collector's item, but I don't think so. And I didn't do a great job on the back. It's not exactly perfectly centered, which kind of pisses me off, but I was in a rush. So anyway, alrighty, so from this little position over to that target, if I can find it somewhere here, there it is, into that target. Let's see what we can do. Lock and load. Ready on the right, ready on the left. The firing line is ready. You may commence firing when your dog target appears. Alrighty, Taliban motherfucker. full safe weapon. Unload your magazine. Alright, good people. I'm getting old, so I'm a little winded. Alright, this should be 7 shots. 7 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not bad considering. I don't know if that scope is really doped in yet. I haven't doped it in. In fact, last time I got it just so that I would hit this board probably about 20 paces away. So I got this one, and I wasn't even really trying that hard. In a prone position, I could probably get better clusters. When I was in the Marine Corps, when I first qualified in the Marine Corps, at a distance of 500 meters, with 80% accuracy, I could hit a man-sized target. So now I'm much older, but I would say 6 out of 7 shots hit into the target, which isn't too bad with a little 22. So I was shooting from, I don't know if you can see over there, that little pad right there in the middle. That's where I was shooting from. So we'll see. What I did accomplish was I put up this shed in a temporary location. It'll be sitting there. It's got a bunch of stuff in it. I put together this shelter, which is not complete, obviously. I gotta paint it and put a better top on it. But you can see the little stove back there. It goes up, goes through there. The scaffolding for the shade structure has not been put up yet. I'm about to put all this stuff away. Put the rifle away, put the tools away, lock and load them, secure them, get the flock out of here. That's about it. So I'll be back again. Just got to load all that stuff into this trailer, those boxes, and that's it.